Hi, this is Amy Fanning here, your district sales manager and your host today for Be the Boss of Your Community. Hopefully you're joining us because you're ready just to take charge of your area and be the boss of your community. Also, this informational video will help you just figure out ways to earn more with Avon and show you some more opportunities that you can be more successful with your Avon business. So the first thing I want you to do, even if you've done this before, I want you to sit back and think about who you know. We call it your who do you know list or your frogs list. Every year you should update this, or even every quarter. So again, all of us should start this project. So frogs is what you will see at the beginning of the title. So FROG stands as an acronym for friends, relatives, occupation, geography, social, and social media. So what I want you to do is make a list of all of your friends. Every friend you've ever had can think of, get your phone out, list all your friends. Then I want you to take a few moments and list all of your relatives. Get that family tree out if you need it. And then we go on to O for occupation. Think about your current occupation. Think about your spouse or your significant other's occupation. Think about your family's. Where do they work? Who do you know through their occupation? Past or previous occupations you may have had, list people you know through that. Then I want you to think about your geography. Where do you live? Think about your neighborhood, the neighboring neighborhoods. Think about what you do on a daily basis through the week. So think about every business you may pass. What's on the right side of you? What's on the left side of you? Start thinking about that and jot those businesses down, or who you know who work in those businesses. Also, your weekends, they look a little different through the week probably. So where does your geography take you on the weekends? List those places as well. Then I want you to think about social. And when I say social, let's first think about what we do socially. So, do you have children that are in sports? Do you have a bowling team? Do you play cards with friends and family? Think about, again, what you do socially and who you come in contact. You're going to list those people. And then I want you to think about social media. Now, social media it can be so huge that we haven't even had an opportunity to tap into it, because we can reach out to anyone in the United States just through social media. So think about our friends on social media, those people that we maybe only see on Facebook or on Instagram or Twitter. Think about different groups within Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I know Facebook is big about having specific groups that you can join. Start joining those groups. So start listing those potential groups, or just go online and start identifying different groups that you can join. They don't have to be local. And then you can also promote your online business, your e-store, or the earning opportunity through some of these different groups through social media. So start listing those as well. Now, it's important that you have the correct sales training, and it starts with your who do you know list. So one thing you, again, want to do is ensure that your who do you know list is up to date, and it's a working document. You continue to work on it. Also, utilize your e-store, utilize your electronic brochure, share through the social media center. Those are very important tools that you should take advantage of. Your e-store, you get through it through your avon.com web office. You can also find an electronic brochure on the web office. Now, what I want you to do is actually download the social media center to your smartphone. It's called SMC Avon. From there, you can not only share through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, different sites like that, but you can also text. So you can utilize your electronic brochure found on the web office and text it to all of your contacts. You'll also want to share on social media, which you can do right from your smartphone if you download the app. Make sure you share those interesting videos, the product videos, the opportunity videos, and share at different times, because as you know, not everybody's on social media all at the same time. Now, if you look at the very bottom of the screen, you can see a hyperlink, which actually is a PDF version of the current brochure. So if you look there by 2017, you're going to see 01. That's actually campaign 1. If you're going to utilize this link does not direct your customers to your e-store. It's just a PDF version of the current brochure. Now, if you want to update it to the next brochure, for instance, let's say campaign 7 is going in next, you would just change that 01 to 07. So just type exactly as you see into your phone or into your computer and send that link to people who normally would see a brochure and order directly from you. That's where the link comes in handy. If you're gonna share your brochure with someone who is not local, then you want to use the web office or the social media center app on your phone and share the electronic brochure that's directly related to your e-store. Another thing that you can think about doing is launching a grand opening or a Discover Avon party. If you're new and you haven't had your grand opening, well, it's time to have your grand opening. Think about every business in your community who has ever had a new business or a new opening. They're always going to host some type of grand opening. Your business is your Avon brochures, and the only way you can let people know that you're open for business is one way is to host a grand opening. Now, that grand opening could be through Facebook or social media. It could just be at the local coffee shop. You decide, but that's one thing you could do. Also, you could host what we call a Discover Avon party. So maybe you have contacts that maybe they do know you sell Avon, but they're just not familiar with the products. Grab a few people together, again, coffee shop, maybe the local pizza place, or have them into your home and offer to show them the great things about Avon and help them discover Avon as well. And make sure that you're telling people about your Avon business. Whether it's your new Avon business or you've had it for a few years, you've got to get the word out, and you are your best advertisement. So definitely spread the word. Spread it, traditionally through your traditional customers there in your own town, but also share the word and share that you are an Avon representative through social media as well. Make sure you have signed up for the email service center. That again is found on the web office. And the email service center actually just connects your contacts through your email, and it auto drips information to your contacts. So those people in your email contacts will then get information about Avon, great offers, or maybe no shipping costs, things like that. If someone doesn't want to receive those emails, they just simply have to click a button and they'll go away. Also, make sure every campaign you view the current Campaign Central. And this can be found on youravon.com. It has a tab all to its own called Campaign Central, and it's updated every 2 weeks. So every Tuesday, every other Tuesday, the Campaign Central is updated for the next coming campaign. So if you're not able to make it to sales meetings, it's important, actually it's imperative that you take advantage of Campaign Central. One other thing that I want to share, and it's not on this slide, but one thing you could consider doing is host a silent party. A silent party is where you identify 5 to 10 people who are willing to take brochures for you to their contacts, their friends, family, coworkers, and such. So what you do is you identify those people, and then you order an X amount of brochures. So if you have 5 people that's going to host a silent party for you, you probably need to order about 50 brochures for those 5 people. You give them 10 brochures each, and what you might do is, as your host, you identify who your 5 hosts are, you give them an incentive to host this silent party for you. Maybe you give them a discount on their product, or let them pick out some product at cost. Definitely you'll want to put a minimum order size for each person. But again, a great way to spread the word, a great way to let people know you're in business with Avon and find those new customers is hosting a silent party. Now, building your Avon business, if you want to see the earnings coming in, here's just a little chart for you to kind of think about. 20 customers, it equals about $20 in orders. So that's about $400 in earnings. And at 40% earnings, that's about $160 you earn every 2 weeks. 160 times 2 campaigns, that's about $320 a month. So that's just a good gauge to kind of get an idea of what you need how many customers it's going to take to get the earnings that you need. Now, if you find your customer average order is lower than $20, then you just obviously need to kind of gauge for a few more customers. So, and we know if we have 20 customers, they're not going to order every 2 weeks. So if you're going to shoot for 20 customers a campaign, you really need about 60 to 80 customers on your contact list that you're following up with, you're reaching out, touching, offering the opportunity and the opportunity to order from you as well. So this is a little chart that just shows you how to increase your customers. I actually found this on Avon University. So if you haven't taken advantage of Avon University, you're going to find nice little jewels like this that will help you with your business. So the one thing though it talks about is looking the part. Keep in mind you are representing a beauty company. So wear our products, carry our products, sample our products, show our brochures. The approach, always start a conversation and ask for a minimum of 3 referrals. When you're talking to someone, you can always say, well, who else do you know? Who else do you know that might be interested in seeing a brochure? Also follow up with existing customers. You can also ask those people for 3 referrals. From the approach, then you want to bridge to Avon. Ask the questions to determine their needs. And then always follow up. Make sure that you are able to take a name and a number to be able to follow up. And whether the follow-up is face-to-face or via email or text, there has to be some type of follow-up. What I suggest is on your brochures, maybe you're going to hand out 50 brochures every 2 weeks. You put those brochures in your car, maybe 10 at a time, and then you can look down and know that, okay, by the end of the week, I've got to pass out 50, and you know kind of how many is sitting in your living room and how many are in your car. Each day, don't end the day until you've passed out the minimum number of brochures. But one thing I would suggest is put a Post-it note on the cover of those brochures. So if you meet somebody, you could actually just ask them for their information so that you can follow up and give them a superior customer service. So it would go something like this. If I met you in line at Kroger, I might have a brochure with me, and I might, I start the conversation, I bridge to Avon, and then at that point I say, well, I'd love to give you this brochure. Let me go ahead and jot down your information so that I can follow up with you. You could hand them the brochure to jot down their information. They keep the brochure, you take the Post-it note. But the key is, again, follow up. If you take that information and you never follow up, most likely you've handed out a brochure and it's not going to result in a customer. So it takes you to make that follow up. And then you repeat the process every campaign. Look the part, prospect for new customers, follow up. It's going to increase your customers and your sales. So here's some ideas and places to leave your brochures. Now it's great to leave brochures, especially if you have an excess amount of brochures, but it's important that you try and get a contact information so that you can do the imperative follow-up. So these are places you can meet people, also ideas in which you can leave brochures. So, if you want to jot down some of these ideas, we'll kind of leave this screen up for a moment or two. And don't be afraid when you are approaching these businesses or locations to speak up and talk to the people working in let's say the apartment building. Go in, talk to the leasing agent, ask them if they do have move-in packets. Can you leave your business card? Can you leave a new move-in packet for their new move-in packet, so that maybe you offer a sample, your business card, and a brochure for every new move-in who moves into that apartment complex. Or maybe we know every business has a break room. You go up to the counter. Let's say I'm at a gas station. I go up to them. Maybe I have a sample or something. I'm gonna talk to the people. I'm gonna break the ice. I'm going to start to create some kind of relationship, and then I'm gonna ask them, hey, do you mind? If I leave this brochure with you, can I go ahead and get your contact information? But would you leave a few in your break room as well? So these are some ideas that you can start reaching out in your community. And how can you be the boss of your community? Well, you need to be able to contact and connect with the businesses in your community. And these are some words to use when approaching potential customers. I know it can be scary at first, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you are. So again, we're going to leave the screen up for a moment or two. It's going to give you some ideas. And if you need to replay this video, go ahead. But here's some ideas. So something I might say is, hi, my name is Amy, and I live in this area. Are you currently being serviced by an Avon representative? And then that starts the conversation. Maybe I might ask, hey, when did you last see an Avon brochure? It's easy to if I'm standing in line at my local grocery store, a lot of times I'm going to pick the longest line. And I'm going to make conversations with people in front of me and behind me. Another thing what you could say is, wow, I love your makeup. What is your favorite brand? Let her tell you. And then ask her, have you tried Avon lately? Let me show you a brochure. We have great products at affordable prices. So again, just some ideas. And then as we mentioned earlier, follow-up is the key. Fortune is in the follow-up. So always attain contact information when handing out brochures, flyers, or samples. Always get that contact information and contact them within 24 to 48 hours. Ask potential customers if she has had a chance to see the brochure. And also ask for those referrals. Never be afraid. People like to help people out. So who else do they know? One thing you could think about doing is set yourself aside from other people, from maybe other businesses that they do business with. So maybe send a thank you note in your customer's order. Remind them when you're going to be delivering the product, what product, what they owe, those kind of things, so that she is ready for you. And always provide professional service, and remind yourself you are representing a beauty company. So look and act the part. Now, the one thing that's so important about Avon and how you can really increase your money is the power of duplication. So if you think about it, selling and recruiting alone takes a lot longer to reach your earnings, right? And it limits how much you can earn, because if you're doing it alone, there's only so much time in a day, and you can only dedicate so much of your time to that day towards your Avon business. But you can give yourself a raise how can you give yourself a raise? It's through duplication. So giving yourself a raise when you're selling and recruiting alone requires more customers, more sales, more time, right? When you teach others to sell and recruit, you reach your earnings goals earlier, and you give yourself unlimited earning potential. So you earn when they earn. So earn all the time, even when you're not working. So what I'm saying is duplicate yourself. Start thinking about who in your community, or who do you know who also could be successful as an Avon representative. Why don't we add them to your team? Why don't we start building a successful team so that you can earn even when you're not working? So this is a little tool that we have that's something you can do to actually identify 40 names in about 4 minutes, and usually about 10% of those people you can convert to joining your team or becoming the next beauty boss. So think of 4 relatives, 4 friends, coworkers, neighbors, places you do business, places you may worship, clubs to which you belong, electronic friends, people you know through your children or grandchildren, or friends and family, and any out-of-state relatives. List the first 4 people that come to mind under each category. And then let's think about, could they be your next beauty boss? Well, here's places that you can identify your beauty boss. We just did the list. Think about back at your Who Do You Know list. Who have you identified on that? Also think about local businesses. Who are those places that hire part-time employees? Many times they're not getting enough hours. They could use the extra money. Or maybe waitresses or waiters in your community. Hairstylists, they have the gift to gab usually, so they make great Avon representatives in addition to being their successful hairstylists in your community. Also think about those friendly faces at your local bank, your library. Who are those people that you can connect with? Moms at sporting events, dads at sporting events, school functions, the pickup line, fitness clubs, anywhere you can think. One thing is, think about the late shift at a convenience store. They probably don't want to be there. So what if you can offer an opportunity which they can make about, $320, $350, even more every month. Now that may not pay the bills, but it's going to help them if this late shift is an extra job for them. Maybe that's going to help alleviate that. So be thinking about that. Also, job fairs, unemployment offices, local delivery employees, when you come in contact with them. Anybody, don't hold back. Offer the opportunity to anyone. Do not deny this opportunity, because you never know who it might benefit. And here's some questions that you can ask to potential beauty bosses. If I can offer you an opportunity to earn an extra $200 to $300 a month, would you be interested in hearing more? Think about that. Who wouldn't be? Now let's think about the flip side of it. Let's say I've identified people I want to share the opportunity with, and I just run up to them and say, hey, want to sell Avon? Most of the time it's going to be a natural reaction just to say no, because they're busy, they don't know about Avon, they don't know the opportunities. But if you can present the questions to show them the opportunities, then it gets them thinking. So another question you might ask is, I'm making extra money for my family and I love what I do. I could show you a way to make extra income for your family. Would you be interested? Also, here's something you could say. I have heard you mention several times you wish you had more money for, is it that trip maybe, or maybe they're saving money for their child's travel basketball or baseball, or maybe they're just saving money for a rainy day. So you say, I have heard you mention several times that you wish you had more money for. If I could show you a way, would you be interested? So if I could show you a way to earn that extra money, would you be interested? So these are some ideas, and again, jot them down or come back into the video if it helps. Now you found the potential beauty boss to join your team and you're so excited. What do you do next? Well, it's the easiest way is actually just send them to your e-store. There's a link that says Become an Avon Representative. They click on that, they fill everything out via the computer, and they will pay their $25, $50, or $100 based on what they decide for their startup kit, and they'll be attached to you. Another way you can do it is send them to www.startyouravon.com. And don't forget your reference code. Well, you ask, well, I don't know my reference code. Well, your reference code is found on the web office under youravon.com. And if you can see here, see right there, see? It's found under Tools to Maximize Your Business. When you are clicked onto the web office, it'll say your web address is, and I'll have youravon.com /. Whatever is after the /, that's your reference code. No spaces. If it's not capitalized, then don't capitalize it. One thing you do want to make sure is if you do have a new recruit, make sure when Avon notifies her, you are listed as her team member or her leader. If not, please reach out to me or your leader. We need to help you get those people attached to your team. And we only have 5 days to do it. So just be kind of vigilant on that just to make sure everything goes the way it's supposed to go. So I'm going to show you that there is money on the table. When you become the boss of your community, when you become a successful representative, when you're selling, sharing, and showing, you're going to find there a success. So what is the money on the table? Well, there's actually an incentive going on called Ticket to Boss Life. It's unlimited prizes. So if you were to add someone to your team who was a successful recruit, and you can see at the bottom what a successful recruit is. So you have a successful recruit, Avon's going to send you a ticket each time you have a successful recruit. And the tickets are really fun. They're actually scratch-off tickets. They can contain anything from Avon products to tools and resources to help with your Avon business, or they could be trips, like a trip to Disney World. I know that there's money, $500, $1,000. Some of them have scratch-offs where you can earn money. There's, again, trips to popular destinations. There are even electronics like computers and tablets, those kind of things that you can earn from one ticket. So unlimited opportunity and prizes each time you recruit a new person to your team. Also, right now, it's happening. You have an opportunity to earn a trip to Atlantis, Bahamas. It's a $2,500 value. If you're able to earn the guest opportunity, then it's a $4,000 value. And really the best way to get there is just to add successful beauty bosses to your team. We can help you and show you the path to get to earn your trip. Now, if you're not a new representative, so you're after your 7th campaign, you're going to earn $20 for every successful new recruit. And again, successful new recruit is listed at the bottom. Now, if you're a new representative listening to this, in the first 7 campaigns, you actually have an opportunity to earn $50 for every successful new recruit. Also, as you continue to add people to your team, you're eventually going to promote. And at that point, you're going to earn a $500 promotion bonus. Each time and that promotion bonus is going to increase each time you reach different levels. If you're already a team leader and you promote people on your team, every time they promote, you're going to earn the promotion bonus that coincides. If they promote to the first title, which is Bronze Ambassador, you're going to earn $250. And then anybody that joins your team starting this past campaign 4, so anybody now that joins your team, you'll earn a 3% sponsor bonus. If you're titled as a Bronze Ambassador already, you're going to earn whatever title you're at. You're going to earn that commission, plus you're going to earn the 3% bonus. If you're not earning yet on commission, you're still going to earn the 3% bonus as long as you have a $50 personal order. each campaign. So here's a little view of what the Ticket to Boss Life can consist of. Again, kind of told you about it. I wanted you to know what kind of money was on the table. So here you see the opportunity for you. This runs through June to earn as many tickets as you were able to add to your team. So every successful recruit, earn a new ticket. And then the Vacation to Boss Life. Again, a great opportunity to visit Atlantis Paradise Island. This incentive runs through campaign 9, so we're nearing the end, but there's still time for you to earn your ticket to paradise. Again, reach out to me, your district manager or your leader, and we would love to partner with you and show you. But really, and the key is, let's add people to your sales team, find those beauty bosses, and promote within. So one way you can do this is to host an Avon Discover Party or Discover Avon Party and earn your trip to paradise, earn your tickets to Boss Life, earn those $20 checks. If you're new, start earning those $50 checks. Ask 10 of your closest friends and family members to help you get to paradise. Identify 10 to 12 family members, ensure you'll have 5 in attendance, provide them with a brochure, encourage them to pick out $150 and more product. Send them to your e-store to become a representative. They're going to pay that $25 to get started. They're going to place that $150 order. They're automatically going to get a 40% discount on that order. $150 order. It's going to be their cost of $90 plus the $25 startup. So they're actually paying less than they were going to pay if they were just going to order from you. You'll earn 300 points for every successful recruit. If you're a new representative, you'll earn $50 per successful recruit. All other representatives are earning $20 per successful recruit. Promote to our first level of leader, you're going to earn 1,000 points, plus a $500 promotion bonus, plus 3% on each person's sales. So again, great time to be with Avon, host a Discover Party, get to paradise, get those tickets, either get the $20 or $50 checks for successful recruits, depending on the length of association you are with Avon. And you'll be on your way to paradise with your loved ones and earn some cash along the way. So in closing, what will you implement? Will you pass out 50 brochures per campaign? Even 100 brochures? That's how you can start identifying with your community and letting them know you are the beauty boss. Now remember, follow-up is the key. Are you ready to grow 2 to 4 customers every campaign? Now, if you want to be more aggressive, maybe you grow 8 to 10 customers every campaign. You decide, and you know what it's going to take to get there. Following up, again, follow up with every single contact you make, every single potential customer. Consider adding beauty bosses to your team. Maybe host a Discover Avon Party. And then I ask, are you dedicated to being the boss of your community? So this is the end of our training. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you have questions or you want a little bit more detail, please reach out to me. My name is Amy Fanning. I'm your district sales manager. Or again, you can reach out to your leader. You can find me through or through Amy Fanning on Facebook. You can message me. You can email me. You've got my email information. Or you can call me at 317-437-0353 or send me a text. I'm available to help partner with you. We want to see you be successful and become the beauty boss of your community.